It is 7:33. I'm going to call this council meeting to order. For anybody who's confused, I'm not Barbara Bender, and she's unable to attend, so I'll be, like it or not, running things tonight. First item is our invocation. Mr. Powell. Thank you. Ms. Schutz, would you like to lead us in the pledge? We have some ceremonial matters. We're going to administer the oath of office to newly appointed or elected Snellville Youth Commission members.
We have an outstanding group of young people that we are about to invite to be ambassadors to the Snellville Youth Commission. As I call your name, please come forward. Jasmine Klein, 11th grader, Shiloh High School. Ruth Lons, 11th grader, Shiloh High School. Angie Zolaraza, 12th grader, South Gwinnett High School. And Chloe Brown could not be here with us tonight. She is a 10th grader from South Gwinnett High School, and we're looking forward to having her aboard as well. Wanted to say, Madam Mayor? No. Mayor Pro Temp Emmanuel, will you please administer the oath of office to our newest members of the Snellville Youth Commission?
Do this all at once?
Will you have to say, yeah, yeah, state their name. Okay.
As long as they're singing along, we're okay.
And
I think we need to raise our right hand. And I will state your name.
I, Jasmine. I'm Ruth. I, Jasmine.
Okay. Do solemnly swear or affirm
Do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will faithfully perform the duties of Snellville Youth Commission
that I will faithfully perform the duties of Snellville Youth Commission
of the city,
of the city,
and that I will support and defend the charter
and that I will support and defend the charter
thereof, as well as the Constitution
thereof and as well the Constitution
and laws of the state of Georgia
and the laws of the state of Georgia
and the United States of America.
and the United States of America.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I just also want to take a quick moment and thank our youth director, Chanel Stevens, for conducting the interviews and organizing such an outstanding group. Thank you, Chanel.
Next item is we have approval of the minutes of the November 9th, 2020 meetings and the specially called meeting of November 19th, 2020. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve the minutes of the November 9th, 2020 meeting and the special called meeting of November 19th, 2020.
And a second.
Second.
All in favor? That's 5-0. And that one passes. We have no invited guests, no committee or department reports, and we do have approval of the agenda. I need a motion for that, please.
Motion to approve tonight's agenda, November 23rd, 2020.
Second? Anybody? Thank you. All in favor? We have no consent agenda, no old business, new business is amendment? That's under new business. Well, I've got it under new. Old and new business combined. Consideration and action on adoption of the final fiscal year 2020 budget amendment. Do I have a motion? Or do you want to tell us about it, Mr. Sanders?
Basically, this is something that we do every year as a housekeeping measure recommended by our auditor, where we try to match up the numbers that have changed for reasons throughout the year. And the good news is our bottom line is our revenue exceeded expenditures by a little over $600,000, and that's reflected in this amendment. You remember we have a balanced budget that we adopt every year, so this is very good news. And I would just ask that Mayor and Council approve that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sanders. Do I have a motion?
Motion to adopt the final fiscal year 2020 budget amendment.
Second, anybody?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? 5-0. That one passes as well. Now we're on to council reports, and I guess Ms. DeStang will be first, as usual.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. As some of you guys are well aware, that Danny Gomez, the owner of Fratelli's, and his daughter Tabitha came down with the COVID sometime last week. Danny is recuperating little by little, while his daughter is on a ventilator fighting for her life. I can't begin to imagine what this family is going through. I would like to ask you to please keep them in your thoughts and prayers, as this is not an easy time for them. Also, Thanksgiving is this Thursday. Times are tough, times are rough. Many people are struggling financially and/or are missing loved ones that are no longer with them this year. If you know of anybody in this situation, then please take a minute and reach out to them this Thanksgiving holiday. Before I go, I would like to wish all of you a wonderful and a safe Thanksgiving day. Good night, everyone. Thank you for coming out. Thanks.
Madam, Mr. Warner.
Hey, I'm a 2020s kind of guy. You can call me whatever you want. You may or may not have heard that the county is about to hear on December 4th a rezoning for a piece of property which is at the intersection of North Road and Highway 124. And this is right next to the Sam's Club, and just happen to have a picture of the design layout of what's being proposed. This is under the 2040 comp plan that the county just recently adopted. This area is designated as a mixed use area, which means there should be a mixture of business and residential. And as you see, the design put forth is for an apartment complex with over 200 units. The comp plan in the mixed-use zone area calls for the buildings to be pushed towards the street to give a much more vibrant, walkable community. And surprisingly, that's not the design as put forth. The corners of the property are beautiful detention ponds, which everybody knows how exciting those can be. So as you drive down 124, headed into Snellville from Lawrenceville, you'll be greeted by one of the biggest detention ponds that we have in our city. It'll just be great. They also have their dumpsters backed up to the residential property. Erica, if you could go to the next slide. And this is the beautiful, stunning design that will greet you when you see these apartment buildings that they're proposing to be built. Now, the company that's putting this forth has done other construction here in the county. Erica, if you could put up the next one. Here's one that they did over off Sugarloaf Parkway. I'm not sure, but it kind of looks like Snellville's getting the short end of the sheet. But this isn't the only other development they did. Erica, if you could go to the next one. Here's the one that they did up by Coolray Field. From everything I've heard, it's a beautiful development, and it's pretty good quality. Look, they even have an infinity pool in the upper right-hand corner there. I would just ask that you all reach out to the county commissioners. Our county commissioner here in District 3 is Tommy Hunter, and the chair of the county commission is Charlotte Nash. She's retiring this year, as is Mr. Hunter. And I would like for you all to reach out and express that this development is not the quality that we expect in Gwinnett County at all, much less on the doorstep of our fine community. I've worked for 20 years for you, the citizens of Snellville, to try to improve our town. And one of my fortes happens to be planning and zoning. I've annoyed the planning and zoning staff for a long time. And this is one of the most egregious developments that I've seen trying to be foisted on the people of South Gwinnett. So please join me in reaching out to our elected officials and ask them to require that we get better for South Gwinnett. For the citizens of Shiloh, South Gwinnett, Grayson, Brookwood, we all deserve better, especially on the doorstep to our fine city. Thank you, and I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving, and I applaud all of those young people who came forward to help serve our city. Thank you very much.
Ms. Linsky.
How do I follow those two? Congratulations to our brand new Snellville Youth Commission ambassadors. I'm very much looking forward to working with you and seeing what you can offer in terms of leadership and outstanding spirit that you'll bring to our community. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and please be safe this week.
Ms. Schutz.
That's kind of a private joke, but I can explain to some others later. I wanted to give a shout out to Kelly McAloon and to the Stat Board for thinking outside the box for our Christmas tree lighting event. Of course, with COVID this year, it was impossible to do the event on the town green that we've had in the past that's attracted literally thousands and thousands of people. So this year, we're having a virtual tree lighting at 6 p.m. on November 28th. It will be on Facebook Live. Is that correct, Kelly? On the Snellville Tourism and Trade Facebook page. That is going to be followed by a Santa neighborhood tour. There's going to be 2 of them. The first one will be immediately following the tree lighting on November 28th. It'll be starting shortly after 6 o'clock. Kelly has the maps with her. That will be primarily on the north side of Highway 78. Then on December 12th will be the second Santa tour, primarily on the south side of Highway 78. And from everything I've heard, there's a lot of excitement about this. And I just really applaud Kelly for thinking outside the box and coming up with a really exciting event this year when we're faced with so many obstacles. And I'll also remind you, as Kelly has said many times, try to tell your neighbors not to park in the street that night, because this is a big, is it 60-foot trailer? 60-foot, and we'll have other floats. Yeah, 60-foot trailer with other floats with it, so it's going to be a pretty big deal. Thank you, Kelly, for all your work to organize this.
Thank you. Now the Mayor Pro Tem's report. I want to excuse me, reiterate what Mr. Warner said, and I do implore all of you to contact the County Commission, both the Planning Department and the County Commissioners. The same group that's proposing these apartments proposed other apartments a few years ago on the other side of 124. And like the previous issue, these to me look like barracks. There's no real jazz to them, and there's nothing that says this is a new high-quality development. So please take some time and contact the county commissioners and the planning commissioners at the county. You can find their addresses on the county's website. And with that, I'll open the floor to public comment. Anybody wishing to speak, please approach the microphone. We need your name and address for the record.
Yeah. Kathy Emanuel, 1313 Temple Johnson Road. Could I just suggest that you all publish maybe on your Facebook pages or on the website or something, the commissioners, because a lot of them are new and people may not know how to get in touch with them. And if they want to reach out, maybe you could give them some help how to reach out.
Hey everyone, my name is Andy Yarbrough. I'm at 2332 West Ridge Drive in Snellville. Recently moved from Pinehurst back to West Ridge Drive and wanted to really show my appreciation for what you guys have done to alleviate the traffic around that side of town over on Pinehurst along north with the roundabouts. It's been awesome. I'm hoping that we can further help the traffic. I think traffic might be one of the biggest issues in Snellville. Down 124, I dread going down that way, especially for some reason. After the time change, it seems like it gets worse. It gets worse and worse. I know people are out shopping, but even now during COVID, you'd think people would be shopping more online, and still about as soon as the sun goes down, I feel like you're not getting anywhere fast on that road. So hopefully there's something possibly being done. If this is maybe a question and answer thing and you guys could address that after I'm done speaking, I can volunteer like part of my 5 hours or 5 minutes. Not 5 hours, 5 minutes. Yeah, no, that'd be way too much. I cannot talk that long. But just especially down at Ronald Reagan and Pinehurst and 124, it seems to really get congested if you're coming from Lawrenceville, trying to get back now to where I live off Highway 78 by that Chick-fil-A. It seems to just open up much easier after that light. So I don't know if we could get something going like we did at 78 and 124. That has seemed to help a lot. It's a little confusing in appearance, but I think it's definitely alleviated a lot of the traffic that has, was stopped to turn left onto 124. Used to take 3 or 4 lights. Now it seems like it's a lot faster. So I appreciate you guys for doing that. Also wanted to see, as we're seeing more and more commercial development opening up down 124, new businesses opening up and building and whatnot, just curious to see what you guys are doing to limit businesses from abandoning one building to build a new one. And I'm thinking of like Best Buy. They're in their 3rd location, I feel like, in the last 10 or 15 years. And the Wendy's, Big Lots, and encouraging more small businesses Snellville as opposed to chains. I feel like I just see a lot, there's no new chain restaurants. Would like to see, and just curious if you guys have anything to encourage more small businesses to come to Snellville. I feel like, cool small businesses bring other cool small businesses, and it would just create more of a destination for Snellville, for people to say, hey, that's a cool place, let's move there. So finally, in regards to the Grove, what you guys are doing to also just encourage small businesses in the Grove? Or is this going to be like a new Chick-fil-A would be awesome. Like, that's the chain. Zaxby's, I can stand behind a few chains big time. But at the Grove, are you guys limiting to small businesses? Are you guys, are there going to be like another Wendy's and Zaxby's in there, or what? So appreciate you guys. You seem really good for Snellville. Thank you for the traffic, and let's hope we can just get it a little better. Thank you.
Thank you. If you'd like to stick around afterwards, we can speak with you one-on-one, answer your questions. Anybody else would like to come up and speak? Seeing none, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second, all in favor? Thank you for attending, and have a happy and safe Thanksgiving.